How to deal with frustration, disappointment. So the best thing to do is accept that this is a journey, firstly. So if you're learning how to be better at this, you've got to accept that you're not just going to go from 0 to freaking amazing straight away, right? Now, obviously when we work with people, the first thing we do is we remove all the shit they're doing wrong. So they're not fucking themselves over anymore, right? But the next step is to obviously then start implementing it. So remember we talked about it's unconsciously incompetent first, so you don't even know you're doing it wrong, right? So then we show you, okay, you're doing it wrong. So you guys will now know what you're doing wrong, right? And you also probably have a little bit of an idea about how to do it the right way now as well, okay? And so the next step is to do that the right way enough times and learn from the little mistakes you make and course correct until you get to the place where you're not making mistakes. So the first thing is just accept that it's a journey, because if your standard for getting it done is like right up here and it's unrealistic, you're gonna bash yourself in the face every time you're not like getting it perfect every time, okay? So the first thing, look, I wanna show you guys something. It's what so many guys do, right? They go, say they're meeting a girl, right? It's kind of like they're in a ship. This is supposed to be a ship, right? And so you're cruising along in your ship. You guys all seen Titanic, right? Well, you know about the Titanic, okay? Now, what most guys do is they're with a girl and they see they make a little mistake, and maybe the mistake is they were just steering towards the iceberg, right? And then maybe they were doing something a bit wrong, and the girl sort of got a bit bored, and then they go, "Oh, you failed, you fucked up, like you lost it, you blew it," right? But they haven't hit the iceberg yet, right? They haven't even made a mistake yet. So most guys, they're writing themselves off before it's even finished, okay? And so what you need to learn how to do is distinguish the difference between a mistake that steers the ship around, say, the iceberg, and a mistake that sinks the ship and the freaking ship goes down. There's two types of mistakes, right? One that steers the ship and one that sinks the ship. And most of you guys are confusing one that just steers the ship, which is like, oh, I tried to kiss her and it didn't quite work. You should just try something different. You're saying, oh, it's over, I got rejected, it's finished. Okay, so that's another thing to know, is stop writing yourself off before it's over. It's not over till it's over, right? One of my mentors used to say, burn it to the ground. Until the girl's like, fuck off. Then you're like, okay, yeah, she's done. It's not going anywhere, right? So you need to really push with it. So it's firstly, yeah, not putting your expectations so high that you think that it should just be every girl I walk up to. Look, I still get rejected, right? I still can walk up to girls and they're just like, oh, they're having a bad day, or they're, who are you, fuck off, or like it happens to me, right? Fortunately, less often than I'd like, and it's really funny because you guys think you got it hard. You should try teaching this shit and claiming that you know how to do this shit, right? And then you're out with your clients teaching them, like, oh, Ben, let's see you go talk to her, and you're like, oh, fuck. Like, you have to get it right, you know, because everyone's looking at you expecting you to do it right. Most of the time it works well, right? Because you just know what you're doing and you just go onto autopilot again, right? So you guys think you got pressure, right? But like, it's taken away the expectation that every single one has to work, right? And it's not just a numbers game. It is and it isn't, right? So a lot of guys go, oh, it's just a numbers game. If I just speak to more girls, like I said, like 1,000, 2,000 girls, yeah, you probably get laid once or twice. But the quality of girl you're gonna get, is it actually gonna work for a relationship? I don't even know what she might look like, you know? So it's a journey, man. It's like, give yourself the chance to get better at it. The quality of girls, look, they say you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are, right? So at the start of this journey, the kind of guy you are and the kind of girls that you're even attracted to and that want you back are not even the right freaking type of girls that you're gonna end up with. I, in fact, actually encourage most of my clients to say, look, get in this, don't just like start doing this and then jump on the first girl that will have you, and you're just settling again and you go back into your old behaviors before you actually mastered the skill set. So that you're choosing a girl, you know you're choosing her from a place of, I know I can go out and meet with girls easily and maybe even sleep with them if I want to do that and whatever. And I can do that lots and lots of times with amazing girls. So you get to the point where it's not just about getting another girl or hooking up with a girl or having a quick, you know, fuck or something like that. It's like, who can I become through learning this? The quality of guy I can become. But also, I want to get to a point where I'm not taking a girl because she'll just have me. I'm taking her because I know that out of all the girls I've met, which is a lot, this one is a freaking, she's like the diamond in the rough. And not just she's better than all the other girls, but she's the best fit for me as well. It's actually going to be able to work because the girl's actually compatible with you. All right? So I don't know if that really answers your question, man, but really it's mindset. What you tell yourself it means if it doesn't work out. If you say, oh, it means I'm a piece of shit because I can't get every girl, of course you're going to feel shitty, disappointed, right? So it's about getting your expectations in the right place. And also, after every time it doesn't work out, if you're just like, oh, that was a failure, I wasted it, it was just useless, of course you're going to feel shit. But if you can say, all right, what did I do good here? Find one thing that you did good. And sometimes it might just be the fact you got off your ass and actually just walked up to her, right? Next, what could I do better about it? If I did this again, like a do-over, what would I do differently that would work better next time? Okay, and lastly, what was something funny about it? If I just freaking, you know, oh, someday I'll laugh at this. Why not laugh today?
Laugh at your failures.
Yeah, laugh at it, right? And remove failure from like your vocabulary, right? Because, I mean, one thing we teach our guys, we say you either win or you learn. Right? Every single time, guys, you're either going to get the result you want or you're going to learn how you're more likely to get it next time. Right? If you take away that it was all just a waste and it was failure, right? Remember, beliefs, actions, results, right? If you tell yourself in your mind that it was all just a waste or I failed or whatever, you're going to be beaten up on yourself.